Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing the 1 month update on the tyre dressing comparison. So I do apologise, I missed the 3-week update, just got really busy, didn't get a chance to film it, plus it was like raining that week, so yeah, didn't get the chance, but coming back with the 1 month. What I will say is some of the products I can still see, but they've all really faded a little bit in that month, because I don't generally expect to get a month out of tyre dressings. So here is the Carpro Darkside tyre. Tyre's pretty dirty. I can't really see the line of where we applied, where we didn't. So I think the blackening effect basically has gone. So I'll move that out of the way. What we'll do though is we'll rinse the tyre and we'll see if it's still repelling water like it was. And so yeah, you can see it is definitely still repelling water. Water is beating away like crazy where it is applied, and then where it isn't, right here you can see the water pulling up. So the product is still protecting the tyre, making it easier to clean. It's just lost a lot of the blackening. So as I've been saying, any of these products that work like this, you would then just apply another dressing on top. You can see some spots where it started to fail as well. So you look there, the water's sort of hanging around there now. So it's on its way out, but at 1 month, it's lasted quite well. So yeah, for example, this is Carpro Darkside. If you just had some Carpro Pearl, which is their solution, you could mix up probably at 1:1 dilution ratio, and then just apply it to this. It will then give another layer of protection, but also bring the darkening effect back. So for 1 month, for a daily driver that's been driven on some dirty roads, on some wet roads, and yeah, done a little bit of like gravel driving on a long driveway, it's pretty impressive. So we'll move down to this wheel back here with the Mirch Obsidian. So this one I actually could, a minute ago, before I moved the car over to get into this position, I could actually see the line still. Now that it's sitting in the shade, I can't say I can see it anymore, so we'll just move this out of the way. I'll go ahead and rinse this one. You can see some of the mud on the tyre here. So this also, it's still there a little bit. It definitely hasn't lasted like the Carpro did. So up the top here, you can see it's repelling the water a little bit. All this inside of the sidewall is basically gone, and a little bit of the top, but some of the middle is still holding strong, because if you look at the section there, which is, all the sections are applied where the valve stem is. So you can see that's completely flat. So it's sort of hung around a little bit. At 3 weeks, when I was sort of driving the car in the rain and looking at it and everything, it was still repelling water. So in the last week, it looks like is when it has failed off that last little bit. So yeah, the Carpro definitely outlasted it. But yeah, I'd say 3 weeks for this one is about what you'd expect, but also lost its, actually no, I'd say it kept its blackening longer than the Carpro did. So we'll come around the other side now. We have the Gyeon over here at the front. The Gyeon, I feel like, was one of the first to lose its blackening. So it's the Gyeon Tyre Express that we have here. But as you can see, Gyeon still repelling the water quite well. So a few little spots, such as down the bottom there. Here is the section that we didn't apply, and you can see just how flat that water is. It's not being repelled at all, whereas the rest of the tyre actually doing pretty well. So again, another one where you could then just apply another tyre dressing on top. Doesn't have to be this one again, but if you just use a water-based spray type one, just for that layer on top, move that out of the way, just to get the bit of protection. So yeah, Gyeon's actually done pretty well. Started off as one of the glossier ones. It lost its blackening effect pretty quick, but it is, as you can see, still repelling the water, therefore making the tyre stay cleaner, and easier to clean back off again. So last one is the Platinum Potions. So I can't really see this one where it was applied. This is the product. Because I really do like this one though, for the look. So let's see how it's doing. So it's very splotchy. It's got a few spots where it's still repelling. Overall, it's still repelling a little bit. It's definitely on its way out. This is where you would reapply. But if you compare it to the section where nothing is applied, the water is just hanging around. Whereas if we move the hose around, you can see the water is still repelling everywhere else a little bit. Yeah, we've got the inside of the sidewall there, like the bottom closest to the wheel. The water's sticking around a bit, but it does run off pretty quick. So if you compare it, it is still going along strong. I feel like this one you'd probably just reapply another layer of it at 2 to 3 weeks. But yeah, it's looking surprisingly good for what it is as well. So what I might do now is just put all the products down and give my final thoughts, and yeah, what I sort of thought of each product and how I'd use them again if I would. Okay, so at the 1 month mark, I'm going to go ahead and call it. There's no need to film any more updates. Clearly the products are on their way out. They've all lost their blackening effect, so at this point I would be wanting to reapply a new dressing. But I thought I'd give my final thoughts on the products and sort of let you make your own call as well as to which you think you would go with. So as for the most durable, pretty much a toss up between the Carpro Darkside and the Gyeon Tyre Express. As you can see when we rinsed them, they were the two that still looked like they were repelling the most water. Mirch Obsidian not far behind, and Platinum Potions was probably at the bottom there. And then as for looks overall, I'm going to go ahead and go with either the Mirch Obsidian or the Platinum Potions Tyre Shine, just because I find these two to be a little bit too glossy for my liking. After about a week, they're looking about where I want them to be, maybe even after a few days. But if you're, say, dressing up your tyres and you just immediately what you want them to look like, I feel like these two they're a little bit shiny for me. Now I did ask a bunch of people when we're driving the car around, like friends and family, this car has 4 different tyre dressings, which one do you think looks the best? Most people who weren't really too in the know like the shinier ones. So if that's your thing, definitely these two. I just prefer the more natural look, so the Platinum Potions and the Mirch definitely gave me that. I feel like the Mirch kept its blackening look the longest. It looked the best for the longest. It stayed looking consistent basically for about 2 to 3 weeks. The Platinum Potions probably second, not far behind. It also really, the way you apply it is the way it continues to look for like at least 2 weeks. So for like most people, you'd wash your car every 1 to 2 weeks. You'd apply a tyre dressing then anyway, so I feel like the Platinum Potions every 2 weeks would be perfect. Same with the Mirch. Mirch do have a second tyre dressing as well that maybe I'll try in the future. It's a spray bottle one, so maybe it would be sort of like how I was saying with the Carpro Darkside, you apply it and then as it starts to lose its blackening, apply Carpro Pearl. Maybe with the Mirch it'd be the same thing, you apply their water-based, the spray bottle, rather than the gel after it loses its blackening, but I find it didn't really lose its blackening until it's really starting to fail at this sort of 1 month mark. So yeah, I think it for one single product is really good. As for overall, my thoughts, I mean, I like them all. The cheapest is the Mirch, so I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably the one I would go for the most, and it's the one I've used the most of out of all of these. The one I'm using the most at the moment is actually the Platinum Potions. I just really like the smell. I like the way it looks, and it's super easy to apply, and you just don't really use much, I've found. So yeah, I've been really liking it, but Carpro Darkside is a pretty good one. If you were to pair with, I'd say to pair these two, because I don't really have a whole lot of Carpro Pearl left. So what I could do is I can apply this, and then after that week or so, I can just top up with the platinum potions. It's probably then going to give it the look that I want with the better superior protection. Or you could pair it up with the Gyeon. Either way, I feel like that's the sort of combo, or either the Carpro and the platinum potions, or the Gyeon and the platinum potions. That's the exact sort of combo I'd want. You get the protection from the sealant of the, that's what they call the Carpro Darkside, is a Tyre sealant, and then you get the look of the platinum potions. But for an overall one to just use by itself, I'd probably say the Mirch would be my pick. So yeah, there you go. Let me know what you guys think. I know that's just my personal thoughts on how I like my tyres to look, but maybe you like the shinier look and maybe you prefer the Gyeon or the Carpro. Just the fact that the Mirch kind of being the cheapest at only $24 for 500 mils, the one that I think kept its nice blackening look the longest, and also seems to repel water and dirt because it's like an SiO2 based as well. That's going to be, I'd say, my favorite. But I really actually like them all, if I'm honest. It's not a bad product here. They all are definitely something that I will continue using. I think I will repurchase any of them basically as they run out. I know I'm getting low on the Mirch, so I will repurchase some of that. I think I'll continue buying Carpro Darkside. The platinum potions, I just love the smell, so I'll continue using that. And I mean, since I have the Carpro Darkside, don't know if I'd continue buying the Gyeon, but I would either or, basically. I don't think I need both of those two, but either or, they're both really good. So yeah, I think I will end it there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, apologies for missing the 3-week update, but got a bit busy. Sometimes life gets in the way. Don't have always time to film these videos for you guys. So yeah, if you enjoyed this one, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know if there's other products you'd like to see me put in a comparison shootout like this in the future. And yeah, subscribe if you're not already for plenty more videos like this to come. With all that said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.